Welcome. Sit down, roll up, pour up, turn up and tune in, because you're now watching the Buncher Bull Network.
What up? Welcome to the world's dopest podcast, the Marley State of Mind podcast. And tonight, we got some special guests in the house with us, Pen Lordz. We're down here at the Bunch of Bull studio as we are every week, every Saturday. And I'm going to allow y'all to introduce yourselves individually if you don't mind.
Peace. Come in the name of B Supreme Allah, artistically known as Pen Lordz, 1/3 of the Pen Lordz.
Peace. This is Arsenal. 1/3 of PenLordz, baby.
Peace. This is now CLR, also known as Audio Messiah, the completion of the Pen Lordz. We are the Pen Lordz International, baby.
Hey.
International.
Yes,
Pen
sir.
Lordz International, man. And I like to kick off the podcast by saying how I was introduced to the artists or creatives that I have on. And for you guys, I'm real good friends with a gentleman named John Quest. What up, Quest?
Peace.
Shout out to John Quest, indeed.
And Quest was telling me about the Shadow Lounge event and how dope it was. I had some FOMO not being able to be there. Like I told y'all off camera, I got a lot of fond memories of the Shadow Lounge and what it meant to me. So I had some FOMO about not being there. And he said, y'all performed and ripped it up. Everybody was excited to have y'all on. He asked me if I was familiar, and at that time I wasn't. So I got familiar. I know if Quest is saying something, Quest is a harsh critic, and if he's vibing with it, then I know it's some heat. So I was like, all right, let me go ahead and check it out, see what it's about. And I got a chance to check some of y'all stuff out, and I was definitely impressed, man. And I do remember, fam, I definitely heard about you from before, bro. I feel like your name is hella familiar. So I was like, yeah, let me reach out and see if I can get y'all on, man. And that's what happened. And y'all were nice enough to grace me with your presence. So why don't y'all tell me how this came about, man? What started the Pen Lordz? Were you guys like doing stuff separately before you grouped up, or has it always been a group thing? How did it come about?
Well, I'll go into the very, very beginning. I'm a producer and MC. And I was just, this was around 2020 during the shutdown. I'm just kind of in this phase where I'm reinventing myself musically. Kind of took a break. Then I was just mad inspired by a lot of shit I was hearing in the underground. There was a lot, I was listening to a lot of Griselda, a lot of Rock Marcy.
Yeah.
I was listening to a lot of these cats in the underground, Sean Price. A
lot
of
real
these
spitters.
Yeah, I was listening to a lot of shit, and I was noticing this hip hop renaissance going on in the underground, and it kind of put some fire up under me. And
you were re-inspired by hearing those things.
Yeah, because I've been rapping since like Pen Lordz, like since back in the day, like yourself back in the day. My man's like, but I took a little break, and I kind of got back into it during the shutdown, and I'm just in producer mode. This is where I'm kind of leaning away from being an MC, because I was really going hard MCing, but I started producing. I wanted to be more of a house producer,
right?
Like how Rock Marcy does, like Stove God Cooks. He'll just produce the whole album. Like I was like
You're
starting
trying to find something like that for yourself.
Yeah, I was striving to enter that lane, and I came across my guy. I came across Pen Lordz. I'm like, that's somebody I can hear on my production, because I know my production is a certain this ain't for everybody.
Right.
Like if my type of beats ain't for everybody. So it's like I knew he was going to sound good, and he would probably fuck with my production. And,
he was going to do it some justice.
Yeah, indeed. And I tapped in with him, and the rest is history. I'll let him
go from there.
Take it. Yeah, I'll let him take it from there.
Yeah. We was doing the same thing pretty much. Like the guy said, I was doing, like you said, Shadow Lounge, Ivory, you know what I mean? Like I was doing shows back with Worthwhile.
Yeah, man, that's my man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my nephew Mitty, I was doing shows with my nephew Mitty, and we was trying to get that next hit type thing. We was working out ID labs with Geek Beats, and like the God said, it was like straining for me. It wasn't as natural. You know what I mean?
Why do you think that? Why do you think that is?
It was the striving to find a hit rather than just creating.
Yes.
That was bothering me,
Yeah.
right? So like similar to like he said, we was in the same place, two different spaces, same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm catching the wave. I'm like, oh, cats like West Side Gun is dropping. I think You Roll Drew was one of the first ones that caught my ear. I'm like, ooh, he sound like Nas type shit.
Yep.
Right? Then I found Rock Marcy. Then through Rock Marcy, I found West Side Gun. I'm like, oh, so people can still
Bars
create.
Still exist. Yeah.
Bars still exist, right? Yeah. So then I put my pen together, but I only had one producer at the time, this cat named Mr. Kim. So besides that, it was YouTube beats, which, you know, can get daunting.
Right.
He reached out to me, sent me some fire. We worked on a single. Then he sent me another one, and I'm like, yo, this is dope. I want to call this song Pen Lordz. I'm going to call this song Pen Lordz, right? And then he sent me another couple beats. I'm like, yo, we might as well just do a whole tape. You could even rap on it, because I heard your music.
Everybody tuned in?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he start sending me more. I'm like, yo, instead of a tape, we might as well just be a group, G.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it went from a song to a tape to a group. And when we first started, we wanted to be kind of like Wu-Tang. We was like, yo, we just going to, anybody that's nice from the city, even outside the city, if they nice and if they a Pen Lord type shit, they going to be a Pen Lord, and we going to move like that. But that didn't really work out. You know what I mean? We started working with a couple cats, kind of, you know what I mean? Egos clash type shit. Then we started seeking knowledge of ourselves at the same time. You know what I mean? So we seeking out knowledge for the through the 5% Nation, right? So we take a trip up to New York and stuff, and we figure out that we need to get educators. We come back from New York, the God Arsenal C. We go out, find the educator. It's Audio Messiah, as you now know him. You know, I'll let him. You can tell your part from there, G.
Oh, indeed. Peace, God.
Peace.
Great segue too. You know.
Yeah. Great segue.
Like my man said, they was doing their thing back in the day in Pittsburgh on the hip hop scene. My story, you know, starts over in a different manner. Like I was doing it in the '90s, prominently as a solo artist. I was sparring with many of the greats. You know, I'm from Steubenville, Ohio, so we know all about, you know, bars. You know, so you know we got to watch Wu-Tang grow up.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's something a lot of cities or MCs don't got the luxury of saying that they had as far as, you know, the talent as far as lyricism. So from there, I embarked on a journey, went to Now Why. You know, I had knowledge of myself and whatnot.
What's Now Why for the people? Oh,
that's New York, you know, New York. Mostly any borough you pick out of New York, out of 5 boroughs. I visit all of them. But I just went on my journey as far as like trying to be a solo artist, saw the highs and ends of it, you know, the industry, and I gave up. Because, you know, like the God said, he was trying to make a hit, and it was like taken away from the creativity.
From the passion.
I was just being super creative, and motherfuckers was like, man, we can't play this. This ain't gonna be a hit. Right. Like, so what? It's dope. It's a great message. So I learned that the industry wanted more of that versus the creativity, so I retired. Yeah. Once I retired, I was doing my thing. I ain't give a fuck about hip hop. It's sad to say that then, but it's a reality. Right. And then I met the brother at one of the Nation of God Nerfs events in 2022. And, you know, we chopped it up, exchanged numbers. Come to find out he do music. I did music, but, you know, I was retired. I'm falling back. he the hot motherfucker right now, right?
Right.
So I'm like, I'm getting in tune with him. He want knowledge. We vibing. We building. He like, yo, you know, come to the studio after you heard me spitting some old material. Come to the studio. I got to meet him and a few other people who like he said it was going to be a Pen Lord, but things didn't work out.
Right.
Then a few months later after that, they wanted to have a meeting and was like, yo, you a Pen Lord.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
I'm like, huh? What that mean? They like, nah, nigga, you a Pen Lord. You the god. You can spit. We all sound dope together. The chemistry is bananas.
Right.
No matter what beat we on, because he was right. We would start rhyming off of his beats, and then slowly but surely, I'm starting to hear other producers and the sound and creativity that they could do. And I'm like, oh snap, y'all basically doing what I set out to do years ago.
Right.
But I just
so
couldn't.
It all came back full circle
they call
for you.
it, man, 360 degrees.
Right. So I definitely want to expound upon something that you guys said, and I experienced it myself, so I can relate to it very well. It's a lot of times in music where you get caught up in the fame part of it, the money part of it, the monetary, the everything else that comes with it, and sometimes we forget why we got into music because we love to do music. Mm-hmm. And whenever you forget, whenever you lose that thing, that passion for doing music, and you start chasing other things besides doing it for the art, then you lose a lot of the heart of it. You lose the soul of it, and you lose the love for it. You lose the self for it, right? So I appreciate you guys saying that and speaking on that, because it does become a moment where it's like, damn, what am I even doing? And I always tell artists that are coming up, I'm like, do it for the love of the art. Mm-hmm. Because there's going to be a point in time where you realize all these things that you're doing for naught if you're doing it with the wrong intentions behind it. So do it for the love of the art and nothing more. Whether you get big, you don't get big. If you love to do it, do it.
Right.
And make sure that's the motivation. I see somebody out there in the comments. How's the bird culture impacted? My bad, I ain't got my glasses on. Infused with the music. How's the bird culture impacted and infused with the music? With y'all's music.
Oh, well, I'll say, because in my intro of becoming a Pen Lord, I kind of gave up on, especially Pittsburgh culture as far as the hip hop scene. Mm-hmm. I didn't have a lot of faith in it back then. Met him, he started putting me on to different individuals, and I had to bear witness. I was like, whoa.
What was some of the stuff he was putting you on to?
Oh man, not only his music and the God's music, they introduced me to the brother Yancey. Shout out to Yancey, the young boy from the Hill District. And other brothers, like they had like this umbrella of people that they worked with. Mm-hmm. Shout out to O Finesse and all of them out in the box state. My man Andrew Jackson down in DC.
Even Bossy here in the
Bossy, yeah, Bossy here in the Burbs. Shout out to Bossy. And Beatty, and Shay Cobain, Germ, you know, and
M.
Stretch, and I just seen old boy who hosted the show the other day downtown. Like
Urel.
all shout out to Urel. All these people, like I remember Justin and them at the Shadow Lounge,
right,
and Black Sun, and Scrap, and you know, Animal, and some of the, you know, on the battling scene.
Yeah, shout out to them for sure.
Yeah, but you know, when I gave up on hip hop, it wasn't like y'all did. It didn't. Pittsburgh didn't. They actually got better.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And when I came back into it, I'm seeing all this talent, and I'm like, man, I gotta keep up with. I told the brothers, I quit using my rhyme books, like from rhymes from older. I said, because I gotta start afresh. I said, the talent today is not the talent of yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
made you feel like you need to step up your
way up.
Yeah.
Way up. I needed all new material that was relevant to today and what Pittsburgh looked like today. Not what back when then, I retired, you know, when I put my pen down. You see the joint? Yeah, so shout out to who posed that question. That's how Pittsburgh inspired me in the hip hop scene now, and that's how I'm making it relevant now. You know, straight up.
How about you fellas? How's the Pittsburgh scene impacted your view on music now today?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with the God. It's just constantly evolving. it's like anywhere else for real. Because a lot of the problems people have, I feel like, is they say, "Oh, there's no good music. All there is this. All there," and they're stuck in a time period.
Right.
But what the real problem is when you was in that time period, that was in a period when you went and looked for new music.
Right.
You know what I mean? Plus, mainstream music was allowed to have like a more solid music back then, right?
Right.
So now it's not on the radio, but at the same time, if you think about it, back in the day, the hardest music was never supposed to be on the radio.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing that changed is people's adaptation to that. Like, oh, everything is based on the radio, and you gotta have hits, and you gotta, man. It wasn't never supposed to be about that.
It was never supposed. That's pop music.
Yeah,
that's
you see what
popular
I'm saying?
music. Yeah.
So if you in the city and you know where to look and you know where to go, you're going to get great hip-hop culture. You're going to go to great shows. You're going, man, the producers he just named alone. Like, we did a show at the Forge a few months ago, and the producers killed that show.
Yeah.
Like, Urel, Misfit, oh, man. Shay Cobain, M Germ, everybody did their thing. Shout out to, what's the guy's name? Soul Brother?
Yeah, Soul Brother.
Man, everybody
did
a great thing. It was a great event. Mm-hmm. There is no bull crap.
It was Pittsburgh
you know
hip
what I'm
hop.
saying? It was Pittsburgh hip hop.
Yeah, no,
so
for sure.
That's how I feel like we impact and it impacts us.
Pittsburgh impacted you.
Yeah, true indeed.
Yeah, shout out Shay Cobain's my guy. Shout out to him for sure.
Ridiculous.
And I know you guys have worked with Shay.
It's like to see the joy
right?
to hear that's a crazy album.
Yeah, we dropped the tape this year with Shay Cobain. It was our first tape dropping with him, and it, like I said, I was around a lot. You know what I mean? So when Shay was dropping back in the day, back when BD and Quest was on they run, that was something. Man, I'd love to get on a song with BD and Quest back. You know what I mean? Oh, I'd love to get a Shay Cobain beat. That was something, an achievement, and we made that, and it came out better than I ever could have imagined it. Like Pen Lordz, A Sight to See, A Joy to Hear.
Oh my goodness!
Is probably one of the best albums made ever.
Sonically, all that.
Man. So let's rewind back a little bit. So you guys told the stories of how you got together. You know what I mean? You told us about how the Pen Lordz is supposed to be a bigger collective, but y'all kind of boiled it down and kept the cream de la creme, if you will, right?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't say that. I said that. So
well, it's quality versus quantity.
Nobody got to get in their feelings about it because I said it. Mm-hmm. But y'all kept and y'all found what worked for you, right? Mm-hmm. So what came out of that? What was that first album that came out of that? From the Pen Lordz single to the Pen Lordz project to the what was the first one that came out of that?
I would say the 4-1 Zoo. Yeah, that Germ project. Like, and I'm gonna quote my man. You know, shout out to the God Majestic. He said that was the Capadonna coming out for Wu-Tang version of Pen Lordz.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
it was
nice.
like even though they was doing their thing for the first 2 years.
We came out
different with that 4-1 Zoo, and that was the first time Audio Messiah was featured on Pen Lordz project.
Right.
Yep. That right there was just crazy.
What brought that about? Like, how did you guys hook up with M Germ to make that project? How did that come to be?
We were just working. M Germ just was a respected what we were doing, and it was vice versa, and it was just one of those things. It was bound to happen due time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it happened.
Organic.
It happened when it happened.
It happened when it was supposed to happen.
That's the thing when you're not chasing a hit.
Yep.
And you making what you want to make, those
organic opportunities come about.
Yeah.
Because
Greg, do we got the cord? Do we got the aux cord here so we can play some jams? My bad, bro.
Oh, and yeah.
try that.
Real hip hop heads won't know what that one is about.
Got this new shiny air conditioning system and furnace stacked up that can literally.
Trying to get some commercials. Yeah. You'll get the feedback.
What happened to peace? My pen rock niggas to sleep. I crumble loose leaves. What's the good news? Channel 11, whole hood rules. Leased up, niggas is mad. We never could move freely in our own skin. We grown men, kids running around, shooting shit up in the air. Traditional. Pray for his mind and bless his physical. Features that I stole from my father still make you miserable. Motionless, most of my killers move in the openness. Generations lost for ages and no one notices. Negligent. Metals in the food that kill an elephant. Ivory tusk hanging from his neck. I was hesitant, as heavy as a human life. I knew the price, threw it right up on the counter and paid it. That's on sight. What's the balance? Negative accounts can't be counted in the mountains. Yeah, man. Stay focused. Everybody raps, it's getting kinda old. Let me hear a story that hasn't been told. I don't wanna hear about drugs that's being sold. The real question, did they receive more gold? Black kings and queens, it's time to uphold. You wanna pat on your back like Drew Bledsoe. I want my money like escrow. More illmatic than escrow. Let the BS go. Got paper to unfold. My nigga, I'm out of control. In the system without a console. Hit you in your tonsils. Don't get smoked like a Fonto. Can't weather the storm, go get your poncho.
Peace.
Power, equality, the law sees. I see, fam, raw, SLC. It's almost impossible to beat me at 33 to 1/3. I've already mastered those degrees. The strength, the force, the ability to change your reality. Equality means I'm about to open up emotionally. A lot of God always has been, always will be a super villain. Still slugging Louis villain. The generous like Ellen, nigga, you should be given. I walk on water with house slippers. Damn, who you kidding? I drop science like babies. I'm the true and living. Devils conquered, then that's the vision. Started telling lies amongst the wild, especially women. And that's beef. Now I leave as I come in peace. Now I leave as I come in peace.
Yeah, we perform this joint.
Word.
This is like our outro.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, this shit, man, this shit rock. It's the old school, like reverb,
M. John got to be one of the best producers ever.
That was Pen Lordz 410. Make sure y'all check that out. One time for the one time. So tell me a little bit about that track. How did that specific track with M. John off the 410 project come to be?
Oh, nice.
That track actually was recorded at ID Labs, and it was one of the first tracks we did with audio whenever he became a Pen Lord.
Facts.
Was that was the first time you went up at ID, right, God?
That year, yeah, that one since they moved, yeah.
That was one session we did that at ID, right?
I think we did
We
a
never
lot
did
of
it
410.
We did half of the tape at ID and the other half
the
at
Bossy.
Bossy's, true
But we
indeed.
did most of the, like, the dopest, they all were dope, but most of the more meaningful songs was done at ID, to my
The way you
opinion.
feel about it.
Yeah, because like we put a lot into that session.
Yeah,
know?
that album was a special album. That album was definitely a breaking out album for Audio Messiah. That was like the introduction of Audio Messiah being added on to the Pen Lordz.
Yeah.
So that album was definitely special.
It was like a statement.
And not only that, but even a more defined reason on what a Pen Lord actually is.
Right.
You know, even with those two improving on their mental capacity.
Yeah.
You know, as far as getting knowledge in themselves,
Yeah.
that sharpened their sword up tenfold.
Right.
You know, even if it wasn't for me, I don't even have to rhyme and they would have been nice.
Right.
And got better. you know. So me adding on, just it all made sense because we all dealing with the same knowledge. We all dealing with the same culture.
journey.
It was also a all Pittsburgh album too.
That
Very
too.
Pittsburgh
Yeah.
album.
Dope.
Very
Well,
Pittsburgh
yeah,
album.
412,
Really like that
412,
Yeah,
yeah.
and Germ being from the city as well.
Yeah.
It was just a nice
And
collective,
nice. Yeah.
nice collective. You know, the name matched up perfect with the vibe.
It did.
You know,
So y'all do the 401 Zoo project. What was the reception like for it? How were the people feeling that y'all were
it was
hearing back from? What was the feedback like?
it was well received. A lot of feedback. There was a lot of reviews put on blogs. Shout out Sturdy Report, Insomniac magazines. My man Corbin,
Skipworth.
Yeah,
Corbin.
Snake.
Corbin Skipworth.
Shout out Corbin.
Serpent Tongue.
Serpent Tongue reviews. Yeah, a lot of blogs, a lot of reviews on the album.
We dropped.
Because this is kind of like a rebirth for everybody in the group, right? This is like y'all coming back into it and really planting your flag.
Well,
not as much for
Pen
for
Lordz was
us.
already dropping.
Okay.
We were already dropping. That
Okay.
was
Yeah, I would say
that
for
was
them.
that was the first time Audio Messiah was on
Pen Lordz we know today.
the album
Yeah,
together.
Pen Lordz
Yeah.
you know today.
You know today.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's when
That's a
that's when
perfect
we
way to
start
put it.
Yeah.
put our first album together with Audio Messiah on mostly all, every track damn near,
Right.
if not everyone.
But we were on we already had Pen Lordz 3
Yeah,
out.
we was already
Okay, wow.
We had 3 Pen Lordz albums out.
Yeah.
We had 2 Kazan albums out.
Passion for the Pen series.
We each had a solo album with Super
Oh,
Nice.
Super nice, yeah.
Oh my dear.
And that was by design, the two solos? with the
Yeah,
same producer?
we always we always get new producers, right? So whoever pulls a producer in, be like, yo, I got this pack. So we might work on the pack from that producer together, and then after that, be like, all right, send me a solo pack. Now I'm gonna bust down the solo pack, and I'm gonna send you a couple songs from the solo pack, so I got y'all for features.
Yeah.
But that's how we always work it. So
Damn,
if you
bro.
see us drop like Shay Cobain, like we
Yeah.
talked about the Shay Cobain tape,
Yeah.
he has beats for his solo show, Shay Cobain. He has his beats. I got my beats coming. I got a few. I still got
Still
more
working
coming.
on, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we drop every month. All three.
Every
of us.
month,
I drop
yeah.
every month. He drops every month. He drops every month. So
Crazy.
every single month. Me for the past 2 years. Us
Yeah.
collectively. Us collectively for the past 1 year. Every single month.
Y'all
New
dropping
project.
some new material.
Mhm.
Yeah, whether it's a single or a project.
Yeah, I seen the Animal on Hawk too, so
That's
That was
crazy.
crazy.
Animal and Hawk is so
Bananas.
crazy.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Bananas.
Um,
That album's crazy.
Crazy.
Y'all wrestling fans?
Yes.
What?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Legion of Doom?
Yeah, who ain't? That's the
my
greatest.
favorite-
That's the
my
greatest
favorite
tag team of
Yeah.
all
Yeah, that's what I say.
time.
No, but with that being said, so what I wanted to touch on is the thing I find impressive as you're telling me this, right? It's so difficult, I found for myself throughout the years, to get people all on the same page. Like to get one other person on the same page with you. To get 2, 3, 4 other people on the same page with you, because not just you three, but the producer as well. To get everybody on the same page. What kind of challenge? First of all, this is a two-part. How are you successful in doing that, and what type of challenges does that present?
I'll say
Oh, man.
from my perspective, we're successful because we're all creatives. We just creating. That's it. Like there ain't no rules to this shit. The rules is that there is no rules with us when it
Right.
comes to this rap music.
When it comes
How
to
we
creativity.
curate, how we
Yeah.
curate. It's like how you see it may not be how I see it. I'll add on with this. You add on with that. We'll come to some type of agreement.
You'll meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, we're gonna find some middle ground,
Yeah.
and it's to the point where it's like, okay, I'm gonna put, you push what you push, you drop what you drop, but we all under the same
Umbrella.
family. Yeah, it's all the same tree.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
So what's good for one is good for all.
Well,
pretty much.
Exactly, and that's where you're gonna get the most out of it, right? Because like I said, when we dropping the whole project, I might get a pack of beats and be like, all right, this is what I got in mind for us for this whole project. And y'all down, like, word. We all lock in
Yeah.
on that. He might get a pack and be like, yo, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So even though you getting a Pen Lord tape every time, depending on who got that batch of beats,
they're the curator.
they're the curator of that.
So it's like, like he said, if he gets the beats and he said if he gets the pack of beats, it's like, okay, this is your vision.
Right.
I'm with you. If he gets a pack of beats, I'm like, all right, what's your vision? I'm with you.
Right.
So it's the same. It's like
4-1 Zoo was my vision.
Okay.
And when Hawk was his vision.
Indeed.
But when you listen to them, you'll probably be able to start piecing it together.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
Once
I can see
become
who's the
familiar.
brain
Yeah.
of this one. I can see who's the brain of that one.
Right.
And I feel like where it all goes well is like-mindedness.
Mm.
There's a lot of
Like-minded.
times
Yeah.
when we get into the studio and he might pull out a beat like, yo, you got something for that? I'm like, yeah. Like, yo.
It'd be the same
you
shit
just
I'm
said-
talking about.
You just
And we
said
ain't even lined it up like
this,
that.
that,
Yeah.
in Air Jordan 4, and then in my verse, I was like, this, that, and Air Jordan 4. That's
Before
crazy.
we even linked up.
Yeah.
Before we even linked up. So
Yeah.
it's like-mindedness.
That happens
It's
a lot.
always being on the same level when we create, and which is a supreme level, right? Because that's what we always striving for. That's why we pen Lordz.
Hold-
trying to get great, right?
And
Right. Hold up real quick. Back to the no, because I agree with both of y'all. Sometimes it's no rules and it still lines up perfectly, right? And then again, sometimes we will apply those rules and be like, yo, God, this time
We're not cussing.
I need you to be on this, like when we
In
did
this pocket.
when we did the MF Doom project.
Yeah.
God did not disappoint me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The gods did not disappoint me. I'm like, yo, I need y'all to be like this.
Yeah.
And on the skit part, I needed to be like this. He did above and beyond. And I'm like, wow. And then on other projects, I'm like, yo, God, I just need you to be on some grimy shit. Yo, God, what's this about? Get on some grimy shit.
yeah,
Pull
you'll
your
hear that a
sword-
lot.
Pull your sword
Right.
out
Yeah,
on
you'll hear
this
that a
shit.
lot. What you talking about?
You know what I
Like
mean?
before what you talking about? So I
and
can
then,
match.
and then
you
hold
know?
up. Then the God would be like, yo, this is for the ladies.
I need some wavy.
Right? This is for the
I was gonna
queens.
say that, guys.
I'm about to
That's
get
what
on
I'm
some
talking about.
wavy shit. Like I'm on the beach sipping margaritas with
Yeah.
wifey.
God
And I'm
take-
like,
you know what I mean?
got
Yeah.
you, God.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got
Yeah.
you, God. You
Yeah,
know?
like I said
So
earlier.
I think that
it's however we feeling.
Yeah,
you know, that's
that's the
wherever
pocket
we
we're
at,
going to get
Wherever
in.
the vibe take you, that's where you're going.
absolutely.
So not
but
only are
I'm
we
enjoying you.
successful with you know doing that with the chemistry,
Yeah.
we're even more successful when we actually have a plan or a blueprint.
And
you know?
I want to add on and say,
ahead,
I want to say that's what keeps us. I think that's what keeps us happy, because we got that equality
Y'all gotta say so.
where we're all sharing our visions and everyone's getting your shit off.
Yeah.
Like it's not like no we gonna do that.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to it's a collective, and it's like, and I think that's why we so successful, because we all got that equality and all got the chance to, push our art
Right.
as a collective
And
and
like
still
B-
be as one.
And like
I
B
see
said,
some of it. We're gonna
the-
get to your question for sure.
the the like-mindedness, us having knowledge of self and just being in tune.
On the same
You know,
wavelength.
yeah, like fully.
Is it
Like-
now on the flip side of that? Do you guys see challenges in getting everyone on the same page? Like whether it's producers, like
Here and there.
life happens, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly, here and there.
Yeah, we've had
yeah.
some hiccups.
Yeah.
We've had some hiccups with producers where we had to can the whole album
Yeah.
because
They didn't have the same vision.
There's no
Ju-
rules.
just-
You trying to apply rules
Say-
that don't really that we don't rock with.
Yeah.
yeah, like
Pretty
how
much.
like things they see, we don't see it that way.
Right.
Like as a collective, we see it that way. He don't even how I see it is how he see it. That's my air light. You know what I mean? We be alike, so we see alike. So
Right.
you know what I mean? He don't gotta ask me. He don't gotta ask me. They know how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Like they know the answer. It's like
Some producers
without
don't
saying.
like
Yeah.
the way we roll things out. Some producers, even some rappers, that might have been some of the problems we had with rappers that were amongst us and no longer. They don't like that we move how we move. They wanna sit on shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody wants to.
Y'all want to release. Y'all trying to
Yeah,
get it out.
everybody wants to have this perfect thing, and if it ain't
never
perfect,
gets
like
perfect
man,
either
I
is the
don't.
thing.
Yeah, and
Yeah, we don't hold
I ain't
on to
even
we don't hold
hating.
on to
I
music.
ain't heard of none of them since.
We don't hold on to music.
You know, it's not
Yeah.
like they left from us and went on and did greater things. It's like, yo, you just vanished.
And the thing is, we're not going. You know, what I mean, it ain't gonna be no problem. It's just we're gonna move
Peace.
Yeah.
on. Because it's like, okay, I got 3 other producers waiting to send me a pack.
Right.
They're-
They've been blowing me up, so I'm gonna find. You know, okay, it's cool. It ain't. It's peace.
The show must go on.
Yeah, it's peace. It ain't
it's
no
always-
issues.
We're literally
Yeah.
working on projects,
Yeah, I think
No,
that
multiple at a time, like literally.
I think the really the only challenge I see, like the reality of it, is that we all married men, we fathers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got careers.
Like I said, life.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
life be life, and so when it come to like, rehearsal or
Yeah.
video shoot or this
Wifey might
session,
need
that
you to do
session,
this
yeah,
that
but
day.
like, yo, I
Hey,
can't
bro.
pull up this week
Yeah, I know I
or
said,
whatever.
I know
all
I
that.
said what I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
but
I used to tell him all the time.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's the only challenges that
you
that
know
I
how it
foresee.
is.
Other
This
than
shit
that,
is
with
a
the-
job.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you're serious about your craft, you're serious about your artistry, it is a job. It turns into a job. If you for real, you trying to monetize off this shit and really get something, some fruits of your labor.
Yep.
It's a job.
Yeah.
You got to treat it as such.
No, for
You
sure.
know, you got to be serious.
We
You know?
respectfully all
and we've
pull
been
up.
through it. Like we've.
And it's good that you guys had those shared experiences too, because
Yeah.
you're more understanding of the other
You know?
person's situation.
Yeah, and not only that, like what my man was saying, like that, like-mindedness, like, us all, I mean, because it ain't just about the music where we continue this brotherhood.
Right.
You know what I mean? We continue this each and every day.
Right.
When we
when you're
ain't
not
Pen
recording.
Lordz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So I think that helps
You guys created a
establish
bond.
that more of a
Indeed.
chemistry where it's like, yo, well, we
Travel.
already know what we're gonna do. We actually we could predict our history.
Right.
So we ain't even talking about 2025 no more. We talking about 2026, 2027.
And there's
You
some
know?
age difference between each of us.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
you're gonna get a different seed,
A different view.
different view.
Different vantage
You know
point,
what I
yeah.
mean? But at the same time, it aligns
It does
align
that.
so well together that's what I think is impressive when you talk about the Pen Lordz.
Now,
That
some,
right there.
Yeah,
some
that
elite-
chemistry.
Facts.
To combine all 3 entities to make one.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's hard to get on the same page with certain individuals,
Yeah.
even people you grew up with.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I know this is for a fact. We don't come into it with an ego, where it's like it's all about me,
Yeah.
because I was a solo artist. I told them, I was like, yo, y'all sure y'all want me? You know what I mean? Because I used to be the man, but I learned how to adapt. Like listening to Pittsburgh hip hop, I'm like, wow, I ain't the man no more.
Yeah.
Like I humbled myself real quick. And I was like, I'm gonna follow y'all lead. Whatever y'all decide to do, I'll add my add-ons, feature here, feature there. And then that turned into, yo, man, you like the OG of the group. Like, we need that wisdom to construct this, what we striving to do.
Yeah, to
I'm
finish
like,
what we're
all
trying
right.
to,
I'm like, I'm with it, because we was already, I know y'all was already going there, but y'all want to take me with y'all? OG, I'll sit in the back, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, puff a cigar, puff my black and mild, and y'all do y'all thing. I'll get on stage every now and then and be like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
We the Pen
So
Lordz.
Summer Lee was asking.
Yeah, she was, looks like she was asking who would be your top 3 dream features.
That's a
dream
great question.
feature.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I'll answer that first, real quick. MF Doom.
Wait,
Are we-
dead or alive? Yeah,
Go ahead,
dead
go
or
ahead.
alive.
It's a dream, so it can
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a
everybody
dream.
wants.
It's a dream.
MF Doom.
Now, is this all on one song?
No, just
on your
Three different
album?
Yeah,
features.
yeah.
Styles
Okay.
That's a good one, yeah, for sure.
and Max B.
Wave God.
Part of stuff.
I'm gonna pull out a local legend real quick, just cause. Why not? I'm gonna throw Mac Miller in there,
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
because
heavy.
Mac Miller was a very big inspiration for me coming back into music as well. Like I said, when I was working at ID Labs at Geek Beats and shit, I met him one time, and I was on some like, I ain't even trying.
He's a real genuine
Like I
dude,
walked
though.
up the steps, he right there, I'm, you know what I mean? Walking out, look up, see his rolly shit. Look up, see his face. And he laughed, kind of like, cause like I think he was expecting me like, oh my god, and I was just like, what's up? You know what I mean? And I went into my session, and I'm in my session like, fuck, I should have said something, but at the same time, that's the thing. I be trying to be
Let people be.
yeah, you know what I mean? But then he passed like a year or two later, and I was like, man, that was an opportunity that I missed. So I'm gonna say Mac Miller, then I'm gonna say Raekwon, because he's one of my favorites, the Chef and Ghostface.
Okay.
That's nice.
Nice, yeah, that's nice.
Two, Raekwon and Ghostface is probably my two favorites right there.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That Iron Man project was one of my favorites for sure.
Crazy.
It was the Supreme Clientele for me.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was
Supreme
Iron Man
Clientele
for me too,
came out
though.
when I was actually
It was
writing.
that was just different.
When Iron Man came out, I was just freestyling.
Yeah.
But when Supreme
So
Clientele,
different for you,
it hit different. I had more control of my pen and my creativity. I was working on projects at that time.
Yeah, I got to go with my Brown and say my dream feature, of course, would be the villain. You know, the
MF
original
Doom, yeah.
villain, you know, MF
Yeah.
Doom. But I would probably have
I wasn't trying to use
maybe
the
a
car.
Victor Vaughn feature,
I wasn't trying to use
you
the
know,
car.
or a Danger Doom feature. I loved him when he did the Aqua Team Hunger Force. Another feature, because I know I would have this as a dream feature on an album.
Sean Price.
Nah, because yeah, he would be,
See, it
but
get
I only
tricky.
get to pick 3,
Prodigy.
right? Nah, it ain't.
Tricky.
Nah,
Forgot Prodigy.
nah,
Nigga,
I'm
right there was some
I'm
shit
leaving
big.
MCs alone. You know, that's the only MC I would have as a feature.
Okay.
The next-
See, now you
route.
The
thinking
next
outside
one
the
was going to be
ballpark.
Sade,
Ah,
you know,
now you thinking.
and then the next
Smooth
He
one
went deep in
would,
the bag.
He
He
Yeah,
went
next-
deep in the bag.
yeah, I'm
limited
going,
ourselves.
Yeah, I like that.
dog.
yeah, I'm going for a different bag over here. And then the next one would probably be, you know, it would be a toss up between Tyler the Creator and what's the old boy name? The NBA Youngboy.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
wouldn't.
And like
I like
you
that
said,
Sade.
yeah, you said dream. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know,
no, for
I know
sure.
the shit wouldn't happen.
No, yeah.
You know,
I mean, you never know though.
Most
Don't
cases,
say it won't.
but with MF Doom, I would have
Well, yeah,
seen
yeah,
that if
yeah,
he was
MF
still,
yeah, MF Doom
you know,
is-
here.
no. Unfortunately.
Sade, I
Sade's
don't
crazy.
know.
Yeah.
That might
Sade
happen.
feature is
That's
crazy.
like my second.
You
wife.
change the way I'm gonna answer that question in the future.
Yeah,
For real.
Right.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna be on
Facts.
something different.
Right.
yeah.
No, that's
You
what. Thank you
figure
for
she ain't never.
Thanks for the question, Summerlee. We
Yeah,
appreciate
she ain't
you
never
tuning
did
in.
no feature with nobody
Peace,
like
Summer
her.
Lee. Thank
Word.
you.
Yeah,
She
that was
tapped in.
interesting.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, that was
said
a-
bars.
that was a dope
I
question.
know she tapped in.
Yeah.
That's the best way to describe us. Peace to you.
But yeah, so the 4-1 Zoo project happened. That was like Messiah's real big introduction into to world's introduction into the Pen Lordz as we know him. What did you guys craft after that one?
I'm sorry, what was that?
After the 4-1 Zoo project?
What was
Sheesh.
that? Street lights, I want to say.
That was in 23.
Might have been Intricate Details.
Intricate Details 1.
2024 was 4-1 Zoo.
Okay.
After that, I dropped Nugget Rings. The next time we dropped a collective was Physical Hell, Mental Heaven.
That was
That
Gold
was by
Matter.
Gold
February.
Matter. That was in 2025. Physical Hell, Mental Heaven with Gold Matter. Gold Matter is
That was one of the
from
producers
Gold
you
Matter
guys
from
spoke about earlier when he was talking about international
Yeah, is he
connections.
from Australia or something?
Australia, New
Yeah,
Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Gold Matter from New Zealand, and he's a very talented,
Very.
very talented producer.
One of my favorite tracks on there is what's the Saturday John called?
That artwork
Oh,
is
man,
amazing.
That
Oh,
actually.
goodness.
So the Physical Hell, Mental Heaven is when I started getting knowledge of self. It's my first
When you was
album
recording.
where I'm actually have a enlightener, and I'm getting taught, and I have lessons
Word.
under my belt. And then the cover of it is actually my uncle was a bank robber and was in jail, and he was a very talented artist as well. And he would send home paintings and pictures every once in a while.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So I used that cover
One of my
I used
favorite
that picture
covers.
for the cover.
One of my favorite covers.
And for the title of the album itself.
We able to.
So that had to be special to you, right? And to help
The whole
help
album.
and help Unc get his artwork out to the world, right?
Yeah. I mean, he no longer with us, but it was definitely a way for me to add on in my own little way, because he's one of the people that inspired me for sure at a young age. When I went down to the wall to visit him, you know what I mean? I used to try to paint little pictures to take for him because I knew he was an artist. And then one day I realized I'm not that good at painting. I'm not that good at drawing, but I wanted to be an artist. It was I knew it was part of me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I seen my uncle do it. And that's when I found music, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. No, I like that. And I like the fact that you were able to, you know, still carry on his legacy through your art, right? Your art became part of his art, so that's dope. How'd you guys end up meeting up with the producer from New Zealand?
Same way as always, man. Just we put out music and it
Comes back to you.
It comes back to us. It magnetizes, and then people
Yeah,
like,
a lot of people tap in.
You would sound dope on my beats.
Starts with a
You know
follow,
what I mean? We're
couple
not out
likes.
there, yeah.
Next thing you know, they in the
They in the
inbox,
inbox.
like, yo, what up? Da-da-da, got
They be
some
like,
beats.
yeah, y'all
Send the
shit
pack.
sound dope.
Send them. You know,
We like send a pack. It works
we don't gotta
every
keep
time.
making it complicated. You know, you want to work, we want to build.
Let's do
Cool.
it.
You know, it's just we gotta be at agreement from the jump. Like, you know, we can't say
Everybody's
one
on the same
thing.
page.
Yeah, the next thing you know, you want 1,000. Whoa.
Right.
Like we
Right.
never agreed to that.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? We here to work and build, you know what I mean? And you know, like that's just
If you're on the same mission, be on the same
Yeah,
mission.
some
You know what I'm
pop,
saying?
you gonna
We
get your
work
credit.
with like-minded people that are here to create. Like we do the splits,
Right.
and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you trying to come to us and sell us,
You're gonna have the same opportunity you do. They're gonna
exactly.
have the
If
same
you're gonna try to
Yeah.
sell us a bunch of beats, it's probably not gonna happen. Like we're not
Right.
coming to you to buy a bunch of beats.
'Cause
If you
it's-
want to work with us and we can bust down the splits, and we're gonna do it like that, and
Right.
everyone's gonna create.
and it's
Equality.
like you
Our
said,
success is your success.
Exactly.
and it's like you said
Equality.
earlier. You know, we of course we want to feed our families off our art and our work and see the fruits of our labor.
Right.
But we're not in it for the money. We're in it to make dope music and express ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're in it for the love of the art.
And that's the type of producers we work with as well.
The ones that are in it for the love of the art.
You know,
Yeah.
because how I see it, if we put enough dope stuff out, which we've been doing, the shows and all the money's gonna come.
Yeah.
Build
That's
it
gonna
up, kind of
come.
type
We
shit,
just
man.
we need to have some dope product first.
Yeah.
You know, before we start worrying
that's
about.
why we here though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I
Like when
appreciate
we
y'all
was
for
in our
joining.
heads and we wasn't putting out shit, we would have never ended up sitting here talking to you.
That's a fact.
Answering questions
Yeah.
for Summer Lee.
If
Like,
I was never like, yo, I like Fam Ross, I want to get him on something. This
Would've never
wouldn't have
been
been
about.
this right here.
right? And if it was like, oh man, well, but how much money you gonna be like, oh, I gotta get some money,
Right.
money. It's like,
We would've went our
yo,
separate ways, like,
yo,
all right,
come on.
this-
I'm-
you know?
Look, I'm from an era where it was, yo, if I could get my song heard, if it just affected
Yeah.
one person
Yeah.
in a good way,
Yeah.
I've done my job. That's where I'm from.
Right.
So in this era, it's easy. It's easy. You have social media. You
Right.
have platforms.
Somebody's
it's
gonna
easy.
listen.
Just you could easily get that one person. And if you want to create and you want someone to hear you, then create, paint,
And
write, do music. I don't care what you do. Do it.
Be
Someone
creative.
will find you.
Yeah.
And the more you do it, the more people that will find you.
and you got to put it out too.
Yeah, you got to
Ain't
put
nobody
it
gonna
out.
find you holding on to music.
They're gonna hear your
You ain't
drive.
got no
Yeah.
projects,
Like,
no
so I get-
singles,
Yeah.
Pay
But
X
I
amount
need
of dollars.
900
on
but
it.
you
this
expect
beat.
to have some
I need
fans.
Yeah.
900
right.
for this beat. All right.
You
Wow,
expect to have
son.
producers want to tap in, or
I mean-
or artists want to tap. Like, nah, nobody
I coulda
hear
had-
you.
I could have had
Wow.
that beat playing in France by tomorrow.
Hey fam, to your point though, while we're on it, while I'm thinking about it, y'all tuned into the world's dopest podcast, Molly State of Mind podcast,
Indeed.
Bunch of Bull Studio. How do people get a hold of y'all on social media if they want to follow the journey, if they want to hear what y'all got going on coming up? What's y'all social medias? How they get a hold of you?
I'm under Pen Lordz Fan Ross 412 at IG.
I'm PenLordz _Arsenal on Instagram.
And I'm on Audio Messiah on Instagram and on YouTube, Pen Lordz Audio Messiah.
And you check out our Pen Lordz International YouTube page that we just put up a few months ago.
Yeah, musically, that's the best way to reach me. For production features, my Instagram is pretty much my hub for my music. Like the God stated, we got the Pen Lordz International YouTube channel as well. But like I said, I'm very tapped in on Instagram, and that's my hub for my artistry, musically.
You see a lot of our videos on Pack of the Plug too on YouTube, packoftheplug.com.
And make sure y'all stream the Pen Lordz too.
True indeed, Pen Lordz,
all DSP,
Fam Ross, Arsenal, Audio Messiah,
Bandcamp as well.
Nah,
Usually we
Bandcamp.
drop first on Bandcamp before we do the streaming platforms for the true heads.
Yeah.
You know, give them a little, let them get it
sneak,
first.
A little sneak peek.
Yeah, you know, a little donation.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you could put it on Bandcamp. Then once weeks go, maybe a month, we'll drop
Throw it
on
on
the streaming platforms.
Yeah.
that's a fact.
I like that. Yeah, I didn't want to let the moment go by without making sure they knew how to get a hold of y'all. If the producers, y'all want to send some beats through, that's how y'all do it, man. Make sure y'all get in touch with these boys. If you want features, make sure y'all get in touch with them, man. Make sure y'all do that. Now, so you're making music, you rebranded yourselves, you came back out, you found a collective. Is this time around different than when you guys first started getting into the music?
Absolutely. For me, absolutely. It's the first. I noticed this go around because like all of us, I've been doing music since like the early stages of Pittsburgh hip hop. Not for my generation. I mean, when I was rapping, this was like, you know, there was only few people in the city, like, you know, Government,
GOV.
OE,
Yeah.
cats like you know, Varsity Squad.
Yeah.
You know, shout out Penn Hill's First String. You know, it was only a few it was like that crew from each area.
Yeah, shout out that era, man. We call that the golden era. Me and Real Deal was talking about that. We call
Yeah.
that the golden era of it all.
The Shadow Lounge era. You know,
It's different for
you know,
everybody.
I was you know, I did my first project was in your mom's house, East Lib. You know,
Lamar
shout
French.
out Lamar French.
That's my
you know,
guy.
that was my first. You know, I'm from that
Lowe's.
era, catching the bus.
King
Go
Lowe's.
down East Lib, you know, real East Side shit, East Lib. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, shout out Folkland, man.
Folkland.
We've had Los on the show, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Shout
I
out to
did a
them.
show with them. I did a show with Folkland and my nephew out in Indiana.
And back to your point,
Young man.
what I noticed this go round is that I'm more with, because I've worked with other people in crews in another crew before. It's just now I'm on the same page. We like-minded.
You feel like you found your family.
Before the other crew I was with, we were too unalike. We were cool, but we had the way we seen things was just so
Different.
opposite that we ended up eventually. You know, it was a conflict of interest for sure.
I feel like it's the same thing for all of us. I could speak for myself in agreement to what he's saying, at least. It was the same way for me. I was with, like I said, I was messing with Geek Beats and my nephew Mitty. We had a group called Random Acts of Dopeness. Ooh, pardon self. We did a few King of the Bergs with DJ Afterthought.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Them shits was dope. But at the same time, we was on different pages. Like they was really headed for that. You know, they wanted that Wiz Khalifa type wave. You know
That party music.
They just
party
really wanted
shit.
a song on the radio, and you know, like the God said, once I got here with him, it's been 5 years now, and it's really been a powerful thing. It's the best way
Indeed.
to put it.
And it's been so giving. Like, peace to you, man. I didn't expect to be here today. Like, it's just been, we've been getting so many opportunities and so many different doors have been opening up since we've got together.
Yeah, because y'all doing what y'all supposed to be doing, man. And your name's ringing bells, and that's how I heard about you. For that reason, y'all putting in the work that y'all supposed to be putting in, and like you said, it's happening how it's supposed to happen. So things like this are happening, and I appreciate y'all joining. It's funny when you guys say these names and these things. It's funny we haven't came across each other sooner, or if we have, we probably didn't recognize it. When
I
it
feel like we
happened.
have.
I'm sure it has happened.
Right.
Right.
Because a lot of these people you're talking about have been. Some of them been on the show. Most of them been on the show. Some of them would have been on the show if they were still around to do so. So it's funny hearing you guys say these things and these names because they're things that are very what's the word, nostalgic for me.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
No, man, I appreciate y'all joining me. So before we get out of here, I don't want to keep y'all too long, but before we get out of here, what can we expect coming up from y'all? What's the next project looking like? What's the most recent project y'all dropping? What can we
I'm
expect
glad
coming
you
up?
asked. We just dropped a tape with Fiquou, Fiqqouw. He's a producer from Germany. We just dropped a tape yesterday. Tape is called Better Strains. Out now, 8 new tracks. Crazy. The video for the single Nautica Vest is out now on Pen Lordz International.
Ridiculous.
Also on Pack of the Plug. What we got coming next? We got the PRT tape coming with Dre Yard, which is a Poor Righteous Teachers tape, which is not mostly, but entirely based on
5% culture.
on the 5% culture and how we see it and how we live it through hip hop and everyday life. And as well, we have the M Germ project I was talking about dropping Halloween Day. That's called All Spooky Shit Aside. It's got the theme from, I don't know if you're familiar with the Long Legs. It's a scary movie.
Nicolas
Cage.
Okay.
It's kind of a recent horror flick that I seen and just it got me in my spooky bag. I was like, yo, send me some beats, M Germ. He's like, I got you. I was like, nah, I'm gonna just go through the old beats you sent me and make a pack with that. He was like, you wild, and that's what happened. So that's just October from what I got pushing out, because I handle the distribution for me and the God Audio Messiah. I see Arsenal over here. He handles his distribution, and the one thing about us is that we kind of move like I was saying. He might send the pack. He send the pack. We rap on it, and he takes the pack, and it's in the cut. So he'll drop it. We might not even know what the artwork gonna look like, what days even dropping it, but it'll just come out perfectly. So that's another little mystique thing we got going on.
Just
with
natural
us.
chemistry. That's supposed to.
That's a fact.
What up, Trap? We see you. Thanks for watching. Appreciate
Peace.
Last month, we dropped Mouth to Air. And that's a dope project.
Fabulous.
Produced by my man G Killer.
Peace
from
G Killer.
from the city.
From the city.
Wavy.
A lot of history with that brother. And we actually discussed this on the travel up here earlier. This month I got a EP I'll be dropping with a producer, Slowzilla.
Crazy out Jersey. Crazy.
November, striving to drop October. I'll be dropping with M Germ. I got a solo project. Month after that, I'll be dropping with we got a producer out. Where's he from? Out the UK, my man, CEO. We got CEO, Worldwide Culture. We be dropping something with him, the Intricate Details 3. That's a series that we've been working on.
Right.
You'll notice with a couple of these, but as me being a house producer, we have a series, Pen Lordz series, of course. We have Pen Lordz 4. It's up to volume 4 right now. And
Arsenal produces all the Pen Lordz projects.
That's a fact.
1 through 4,
That's
all
a
his
fact.
production.
And we have a series with my man Kazan out France, the Passion for the Pen.
That's
1 and 2.
series, yeah.
CEO, we have Intricate Details 1 and 2 out, working on 3 dropping. And the end of the year, I'm gonna hit him with the PenLordz 5.
Nice.
Striving to drop PenLordz 5 on him.
We got a very special project coming with the cat, with the God, part himself, with the God from the God Gritfall out in Canada. Young boy to be with Raz Fresco. I don't know if you're familiar with Baker's Club, Raz Fresco. They do their thing out in Canada. They're just crazy with this hip hop shit. So I reached out to him. We met him at the Hills Have Eyes down in Ohio, at the West Side Gun Show.
West Side, he had a boutique down Cleveland.
Yeah, we was
selling
boutique.
a bunch of merch.
Yeah.
I got this shirt from there.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah, that's why I was looking at that.
Yeah.
So we bumped into. He's young too. He's probably like
Yeah, Griffall's about 18, 19.
19 years
yeah,
old.
young,
His
bro.
beats is crazy.
Yeah.
He raps crazy. He sent us a pack. We recorded it. I'm striving to drop that in December. I'm thinking we just waiting on one feature to come in. But that's probably the most excited I'm about. Is the Grit Fall. Yeah.
Yeah, like they said, you know, the prior projects we put out this month, we dropped the Arcade John
Crazy.
this month.
Fur
and that
Cat.
was like a lyrical adventure.
Genetics.
You talk about nostalgic memories, like how we used to go to the mall and
Be
rock
in
the
the arcade,
shorties and be at the arcade and all
Street
that.
Fighter.
So yeah, it's a lyrical adventure. My man from Steubenville, where I'm from, him and another brother, Genetics, they both local around this area.
Okay.
But 90s, real, you know, boom bap vibe.
The gritty feel.
Yeah, definitely. And some, you know, wavy gritty. You know, it's not all boom bap. It's some
wave in there.
It's definitely some wave in there, like some nostalgic shit, you know.
For those who don't know, the God keep talking about Steubenville, and when he was talking about it earlier about the Wu-Tang presence down there, a lot of people that might not know that part of the culture with Wu-Tang is that a lot of the members lived down there for a bit, you know, and even Killer Army was from Steubenville, and the God actually, you know, was like, you know, type. Not a member, but a member type shit with the Killer Army.
Family members.
Family members
in
with the
that
Killer
joint.
Army type shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's been sparring with real
Lyrical heavyweights.
lyrical, gigantic gargantuans. You know what I'm saying? So this is all just the highest level. That's why we the Pen Lordz. You know what I'm saying? The backgrounds we come from is crazy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I just wanted to put that out there too.
No,
I
that's
wasn't
no doubt, no
That's
doubt.
important.
Oh, real quick, as far as moving forward, this year is probably closer to the end of the year, because like he said, next month we got Poor Righteous Teachers, which is going to be a highly anticipated project, especially through the eyes of you know, the Pen Lordz when it comes to the culture of the 5%. You know, we haven't heard something like this since, you know, I hate to say it, but Lord Jamal's 5% album, you know. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that project as far as getting the people out there and seeing a newer perspective of the culture instead of like you have to look at something from the 90s.
Yeah, the Wu-Tang.
Or whatever, brand new being any of that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, November, I do have an M-Germ project I'm looking forward to dropping soon as well. We may do some back-to-back. And then by the end of the year, my first project internationally as a solo, where every solo is featuring the Pen Lordz.
Of course.
With Kazan, I'm doing my first project with Kazan called Chat God. You know what I mean? Instead of Chat GPT. And that's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I like to play on words.
That's going to be crazy.
Kazan is one of the most
He has
crazy
like a different
producers.
sound.
You
Yeah.
talk
You know
about
what I
an
mean?
overseas sound.
Yeah.
I love working.
He
working
uses
with
weird
Kazan.
sounds and instruments and samples.
Yeah, it forces you to think outside the box. It forces you to tap into a different part of yourself.
And one thing about his project, when we do a project with him,
Every time.
he takes his time.
Yeah.
He takes his time. He you know, his pace is a little slower than ours.
Yeah.
You know,
They're a perfectionist.
but once it's done, the
Sounds like the
quality
time was taken,
is in peace to all the producers, but his quality is
It makes the list every
he's
time.
the top. Like when it comes
Every-
to our sound and just the whole embodiment of an album and the features he can get for us,
Right.
to the mix and the master and the blends.
Scratches.
Yeah, he's top tier.
It's different.
And
Yeah,
Insomniac
shout out
Magazine,
Kazan, man.
Every time we drop with
Yeah,
Kazan.
shout out
we in
Kazan.
Insomniac Magazine.
And we get blogged heavy.
Every time.
We get blogged heavy. Like shout out to Paris, shout out France.
Yeah,
we get blogged
definitely
heavy
do be
when we
showing
drop with
love.
Kazan.
He's holding up his end of the bargain.
Baby
Oh,
showing
100%.
love.
Absolutely.
Mad
Peace to
love.
Kazan,
And
peace to
it's we
France,
work
peace to
well. We
Paris.
work well with that brother, and you know, and it's funny dealing with these cats overseas. The dialogue be kind of, you know, it's hard to communicate sometimes because it's just they don't understand it because they barely can speak English sometimes. But
we
nah,
barely can speak we can't speak their language at
all.
all.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
So the you know some you know then.
Sometimes things get lost in translation.
And it's hard to work, but he makes it.
He makes it.
We work well with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's one of those we work well
We
with.
saying
getting
that to say
accustomed
he's not
now.
like that.
Yeah.
He's one of the ones that
Yeah.
just nothing gets lost in
Smooth.
translation.
Yeah, we
Everything
work
is
well with.
smooth. It's great work.
He
man.
sends packs.
Packs.
Whoo!
He ready to work.
He sends.
Oh yeah,
packs.
he sends heavy packs.
Because he
He'll hit
know
us-
what we
Whew.
capable of. You
Yeah.
know.
He sends heavy packs, man. It'd be like,
Yeah, you know
damn.
we
It's like the
capable
God
of.
said, it's his first solo with Kazan. We each got I got a solo tape coming out with Kazan called "Everything's Not for Everybody." That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
He got a solo tape.
Me and Kazan's first solo tape. With our solo tape is "Still Dreaming."
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's been out a crazy album
The
featuring.
artwork crazy.
I got my man Boring King from Canada. I got O Finesse. Shout out Denver Box State. 7 News. I got
Yo, the rap
crazy
scene,
production
the rap
on
scene
there.
in Denver is crazy, God. Like O Finesse and Blanco down there in Denver, they
Yeah,
killing
Blanco.
shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out my project with Kazan Slaughter tape. Forgot about that one.
Oh,
ridiculous.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying, God. Like we dropped so
Ridiculous.
So
much.
much.
Music.
Slaughter
Yeah.
tape is crazy.
Yeah.
Drop that this summer. It's got like the
That's
Sergeant
got
Slaughter
due diligence
cover.
on it.
Okay.
If you mess with like G.I. Joes
Yeah.
or
Ooh.
wrestling.
Oh,
I took it to
WWF.
both. You know what I mean? You get the skits from the G.I. Joes and the skits from the wrestling because I fucked with Sergeant Slaughter heavy back in the day when I was a kid.
Tough.
He was a hard ass G.I. Joe to have. You know what I
He
mean?
was with the hat. His hat
Yeah.
came on.
So with that being said, before I get you out of here, because I did want to touch on that, I wanted to get into a little bit of wrestling too, because you know that was my shit too growing up.
Hell yeah.
Who's y'all top 5 wrestlers
Ooh.
all time?
Great question.
All time?
I'm gonna go with and shout out wrestling. I'm actually going to the
Can
I'm
we
going
use
to the
tag
A, I'm
teams?
going to the
Yeah, for sure,
AEW.
tag teams, yeah.
You going to the AEW next weekend?
No sir.
Next week they got AEW coming. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna to bring my nephews out, man. We're gonna watch some wrestling, man.
I don't know nothing about it now. I'm from my last era was Stone Cold and Rocket.
Yeah.
We're on the same
Yeah,
page.
that's when I fell
Yeah.
out. But yeah, no.
Yeah, early 2000s.
Yeah.
So my top. You said 5, top 5.
Top 5.
I'm gonna go
And it
with.
could be tag teams too.
Okay.
Word.
I'm gonna go with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm gonna go with Sting.
Okay.
I fucked with Mankind heavy.
That Sting.
Fuck with man.
That Sting makeup era was crazy with the
Yeah.
black
Hell
and white joint with
yeah,
the back.
man. What?
That was crazy time.
With the whole going to WCW, the whole
Yeah,
that shit was
yeah.
crazy. New
I
World
I
Order.
liked Sting before the Crow.
That shit was
I
hard.
like the
liked
Crow.
Sting when he was regular Sting.
Mankind was scary as hell when he
Um,
came out as Mankind.
Shout out, yeah, I fuck with Mankind. Even though Mankind, he had all these different characters. You know, he was
Dude
Cactus
Love.
Jack, Dooley Love.
Right.
But I fucked with
Mick Foley,
Mankind.
straight up Mick Foley.
Mick Foley.
Yeah.
I fuck with Mankind because even though he'll get his ass whooped, motherfucker was raw, man.
He was taking a whooping though.
He came out with the leather mask,
whooping.
getting thrown off the Hell in the Cell.
Yeah.
You know, fun fact, that was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting thrown off like he was just getting ass whooping so crazy.
But
But
Undertaker had classics, bro.
yeah, so I definitely throw Mankind in there. Another one for me is Kane. Fucked with Kane heavy.
Okay.
And that fifth, I might give it to probably Undertaker.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go with Lex Luger.
Okay.
That was one of my favorites when I was a buck.
Number 1 or
He used to
number
hit
5?
that Total package. Man, he used to bust my man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with
Strong
Lex
as hell.
Luger. I'm gonna go with after Lex Luger, definitely got to go with Animal and Hot. The Road Warriors, it's crazy,
As a collective.
right? Just crazy. Who else? Andre the Giant was crazy to me. I loved Andre the Giant.
Yeah,
when I
me
was a
too.
kid, man.
Yeah, he had a sad ass story, man.
Yeah, right.
Drunk.
He had a sad ass story. No,
Well,
he was just so big too, though.
He could have helped it, but he chose not to.
Yeah, he did. He
They
just.
took him to the doctors, and he could have got medicine.
Could you imagine being that big?
And he didn't want it. It's
He
crazy.
said, "Man, I'm gonna
They
just
said-
keep drinking." He said, "Fuck it."
They said bro had to shit in the tub when they went to hotels because he couldn't fit on like a regular
That's
toilet.
crazy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being that big, bro?
Yeah, that's
That's
wild as heck.
crazy.
Yeah, Andre the
That shit's
Giant.
sad.
Was,
So yeah, Andre the Giant's definitely a good one.
British Bulldog.
Oh.
Fuck
Davey
with the
Boy.
British Bulldog.
Yeah.
As a
Yeah.
kid, man.
Yeah,
I think that's 5, right?
that's 4. You got
4.
one more.
One more. Ultimate Warrior. It
There
was
you
crazy
go.
when I was a kid.
Yo, tell me, hey, why you said the Ultimate Warrior? Tell me y'all don't remember when the Ultimate Warrior died the first time.
Right.
They said that's a myth because I thought it was
Bro.
Kerry. I thought it was one of the Kerry Vaughns that replaced him.
Bro, that I
That's
remember
a
that.
mystery
That's
that
some
still
Mandela
ain't been.
effect shit,
Yeah,
bro.
that's a
Yeah.
mystery
I
that
remember that
still
nigga
ain't been.
dying.
Me too.
Back in the day.
Me too.
Coming out the
He
Then all of a sudden
overdosed
he came
from
back.
coke.
Yeah, then he came
but
back.
he
They
was
said
a
his
little
heart
skinnier.
exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I
was
thought it
shaped a little. He was still
different.
cut up, but he
Yeah.
was shaped different.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
remember
nigga
that.
died. I remember that
I
shit
remember
too, y'all.
that.
Don't y'all
I remember that.
try to rewrite that shit.
Yeah.
I remember when bro died the first time. But yeah, no.
That's 5.
That's yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go from lowest to the number 1, right? Randy Macho Man Savage.
You know, he was a hip hop head.
Yeah.
He was a big hip hop head.
Yeah. Yeah, I just his spit game he was like the Ghostface Killer of WWF. He would whisper to you like a dad that didn't want to yell at you in public. Like, nigga, if you don't sit your ass down right now. So like,
That was good. That
like
was
his
good
shit was, and he had one of the baddest chicks in the game
Yeah,
too,
he did.
Miss
Miss
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, yeah.
West Side Gun, one of my favorite songs from him is Elizabeth. Then I would go with Goldberg.
Okay.
Because it just that the freak specimen, and you know his spirit.
He came out killing shit immediately.
Yeah, it'd be them lats he had, like them shits looked like he had Dr. Dre headphones just stuck on his.
Me and my dad climbed him
So,
so heavy the
yeah.
first time we seen him, like when he first came out. I remember that first match. Look, this fake ass Stone Cold looking nigga.
Right.
He came out there, spirit dude, and won in like 3 minutes. I was like, oh shit. They just went on the street.
My third one though, it had to be. I gotta give a shot. I gotta have somebody original in there. Jimmy Superfly Snooker.
Oh yeah.
You know,
That's a good one.
Like he was the first like on mainstream acrobatic type dude.
Yep.
Jumping off the top rope, didn't give a fuck. Coco Beware too, you know, and Junkyard Dog. I wanted to throw them in there too, but Jimmy Fly, like he was dope.
Yeah.
Then Ric Flair will be number 2.
That's the one I
Nature Boy.
Yeah, a lot like Randy Macho Man. He was the first talk. Well, no, he wasn't the first, because really it was Terry, and then it was Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
Then that turned into the Ric Flairs and Randy Macho
Ric Flair
Man.
had a mean mic game.
And Rick Ravishing Rick. Remember him? He would kiss your bitch in the middle of the crowd.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
Yeah, he was savage with it.
Wrestling was ill.
Number 1 though, yeah, it was. Number 1 is Undertaker.
Okay.
You know, he's my top wrestler of all time. And it would be Andre the Giant, but I think Undertaker would have beat him.
Yeah, that would have been a good ass match.
He would have beat him.
I don't know if that ever happened, but
he
that would've
beat
been a good
Kane
ass-
and he
yeah.
beat Big Show.
Yeah.
Big Show is just like another Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
Right.
But Andre the Giant is the original. And then Kamala, the black dude that would paint up his face. You know what I mean? And then, tripping. I thought it was one of them bugs. I'm so used to seeing them.
What's the one on the 4-1 Zoo?
What's the who?
Papa Shango.
Papa Shango, yeah.
That
was
bananas.
Yeah,
that's what's dude Pimpin' Ain't Easy, the whole train. That was Papa Shango. What's bro's name?
Yeah, because he changed his identity a couple
He
times.
rebranded, yeah. That was Papa Shango.
Yeah, I mean,
he was
went
in the Nation of Domination. I can't remember bro's name, man. But yeah, shout out him for sure. No, man, I appreciate y'all. I'm not gonna say my top 5 because I do this a lot, and I know I'm gonna change it up if I ever have to mention it again. I'm sure I did it before with my man Sean. He's a big wrestling fan, so I'm not gonna say my top 5 because it's recorded, and I might change it up. But definitely Shawn Michaels is in there always.
Yeah.
The Rock is in there always.
Shawn Michaels was the truth.
Shawn Michaels, that Sweet Chin music. That first ladder match with him and Razor Ramon was crazy.
Even Razor Ramon.
Sabu, y'all remember Sabu?
Yo.
Yes.
Yo.
Sabu was gas, bro.
Right.
Yeah, he was.
Sabu used to do some crazy shit.
Yeah, he was.
But no, man, I appreciate y'all joining me on the world's dopest podcast, the Marley State of Mind podcast, down here at the Bunch of Bull Studios, like we are every Saturday. Make sure y'all tune in, man. We got Vision Talks with. You still doing Vision Talks, bro? Or is you doing something different now, right?
It's the world we know now.
The World We Know. Make sure y'all check us out. Greg Lamont's going to be here with The World We Know. Y'all know Jesse always got something cooking up for you, and I'm here every Saturday on the world's dopest podcast, the Marley State of Mind podcast. Hey, man, thanks for joining me.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Anytime
thanks
y'all
for
got something
having
going
us,
on,
bro.
man, definitely
Appreciate
get a hold of
you.
me, and we can make it happen again. But until then, we out of here. Peace.
All right, peace, y'all.